Hey guys, welcome back to the Board Game Bar. This week we are playing Decrypto. This one gives us a lot of sort of secret agent, James Bond type vibes, so we're making a classic dirty gin martini.
Be strong.
Alright guys, so to start this one off, we're coming in with our gin. We've got 4 pillars. This one's from Melbourne. I've been out to the distillery. These guys are really cool. So we're doing 2 shots in like that. Next, we're going to get our Dry Vermouth. This is one where if you're not going to make a lot of martinis, probably not the best to buy because it will start to sort of, kind of like wine, it'll start to go off a little bit the longer you have it. So buy it if you're going to use it. If you're not going to make these or you don't enjoy martinis, probably not that worth having in your bar. We're going to go 15 mils of this. And then we're going to finish it off with some olive brine because we're making a dirty martini today. So this just helps bring a bit of saltiness, a little bit of extra flavour. We're not going to go with too much because it can be a bit strong. So we're just going to go with 5 ml of olive brine. And we're just going to pour that in. Alright, so for this one is a stirred cocktail. You want to stir your cocktails when they've got more spirit forward. So just going to add in our ice. It just means that you have a bit more control over the dilution, a bit more control over how cold it gets, and the ingredients don't really need to be shaken together to be mixed because they're all quite boozy. Just going to give that a quick stir. Once we're happy with it, we will get out our lovely glass, a nice purple martini glass here. Strainer on, and then we're just going to pour in. And see, it's beautiful, it's clear, there's no shards of ice because we stirred it. And because we did a dirty martini, we're going to garnish this one just with a little olive on a skewer. It's going to go in, it's going to go in. We'd only had a short toothpick, so it's going in the drink. And there we have our dirty gin martini.
So let's try it. All right.
Tell me what you think. It's an acquired taste of martini. Not a lot of people like it if they're not. What do you think?
You taste the olives, obviously.
Yes.
It's got olive brine in there. That vermouth, it's quite smooth. Like, it's quite a forward. I don't get. Obviously, it's a different kind of gin. So yeah, a rare dry. You don't really get a lot of hit from that gin. It's actually that vermouth and that olive. I'm getting a lot
they really
of that.
punch you at the start. The gin's sort of like the aftertaste. So if you pick a gin you do like to drink, because you will taste it and it is that sort of aftertaste. But if you're not doing a dirty martini, it's even more important. But I think that salty olive hit at the start adds a whole other level to it. And I think that's really good.
Yeah, you get, it's that little bit of salt, but it's that forward heavy olive, which dies down into that gin and that burn, that little bit of burn in there afterwards.
And that's if it's made right, it should just sort of be a nice slow progression into that. It shouldn't be like hit of olive, then nothing, then hit of gin. That's a bad martini. Also, if anyone shakes it, it's a bad martini. And I'll stand by that. James Bond is an idiot.
Thanks, Dan, for giving us the Board Game Bar.
Anytime.
So make sure you check us out on our social media channels. We have also made a video on how to play Decrypto. So that is called The Teach, and that video will be on our right-hand side. You can actually even watch us play Decrypto live, and we'll be drinking martinis as we do so. That will be live on our Twitch channel. You can also watch that VOD or VOD, video on demand, over here as well. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Dan, for another great
My pleasure.
Board Game Bar, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.